Up explanation video. Why have I not posted for 2 weeks? Where have I been? What's going on? What does the future of this channel hold? We're going to talk about all sorts of logistics today. So I got a ban. I got a ban on Not Today Satan. That's my political truth-speaking channel. It was a second strike, which means I get a 2-week ban, and that's not just a 2-week ban from Not Today Satan. It's a 2-week ban from YouTube. If I was to post on this channel or my other channel, my philosophical channel, The Broken Mirror, at The Beam Mirror, in those 2 weeks, then it could be classed as circumvention, and I'd get banned from YouTube. So it's been really frustrating, and it's so frustrating as a YouTuber when you've got 3 clearly identified, defined channels. 2 of them don't get into any trouble, 2 of them don't get strikes, because we don't talk enough about, you know, invaders and stuff like that on this channel. I can't post on this channel when it's totally nothing to do with what's going on Not Today Satan, just because, you know, some small hats have decided I've been naughty on one of my channels. So yeah, it's been a pretty frustrating time, and obviously it leaves me with questions. So basically I've had to take Not Today Satan down. So for 2 months, Not Today Satan, or 2.5 months, Not Today Satan isn't going to exist. At least for 2 months. But then the question is, does it ever exist again? Because basically, whilst I make good money from it, it's good fun and it gives me something to do. It feels like there's some purpose there as well. It jeopardizes everything. It puts all my YouTube channels at risk, which are basically my life, you know. They're the only sense of any purpose I have. They're the only thing I have to do. Without, you know, the last 2 weeks has been very hard to motivate myself to even come out here or go to the gym. Because, you know, without the YouTube, without that, like, reason to get out of bed, that, you know, something close to what most people have as a job, you know, like an obligation that gets you going, it's very hard to snap out of nihilism and just, like, what's the point in anything? So the last 2 weeks has been kind of tricky. That's why I've not posted for 2 weeks. I'm going to get back to posting the videos every day. Now, what about the fact that this channel isn't present? This channel isn't up to date other than this particular video and the odd one that I do. And what are my intentions around that? So I had to stop posting well, it turned out I didn't have to, but I thought I had to because some psychopath just did some psycho things, which I don't even want to go into. Because I don't want him to give him the joy of, you know, even being mentioned. So let's move on from that. But basically, because I didn't post for 2 or 3 months or whatever it was, the videos, you know, are not present day. Now, when I was in Mexico and it was present day, it was a lot more fun. It was a lot more interactive. I mean, I got a lot more views, but we could, like, you know, we could talk in the comments about what I was going to do next, and people could recommend things. And then also, you know, with the fact that we live in such a tyrannical world where psyops and enslavement plans and basically Agenda 2030 is being rolled out at such speed, you know, it'd be really nice. So right now we've got the Agenda 2030 war, the war in Iran. And it'd be really nice to be able to share on a current basis, a present basis, you know, what effect that's having, what is the fuel crisis like in Vietnam. I am going to do a video on that, and I'm going to release it tomorrow because it's current and it's interesting. But in general, you know, and I'm very aware that it's going to get to a point where the world is going to change, as in, like, no one's allowed to fly anymore. That's coming, you know, at some point in the next 5 years, that is coming. Probably in the next 18 months. So if I'm still flying around the world when no one can fly anymore, you know, it's not going to make sense. And with the way the world is and the vast changes that are upon us, it feels really important that the channel is in sync. Now, so I was dedicated to sharing every day. Bearing in mind, I don't record much anymore. You know, I might record 2 days a week. So if I share every day, the content will catch up to present day in little over a month, maybe a month and a half. So I was really doing well. I was sharing every day. I was editing. I was on it. I was determined to get up to present day. And then 2 weeks back, and like it suddenly, you know, it's just these constant things that stop me getting the channel up to date. Now there isn't many videos, so I'm currently sharing my first stint in Vietnam, which, you know, if I'm honest, that's December. Like, I hate this. I hate the fact that the content is now 4 months behind. But the saving grace is that I haven't recorded much in that time. So in those 4 months. So like when I was in Cambodia, I think I made 12 videos in 2 months of being in Cambodia. So what I'm saying there is, actually, I'm only 30 or 40 videos away from being up to present day. So I reckon we've got about 7 videos left. It could be 10, I don't really know. 7 to 10 videos left of previous stint in Vietnam. Then there's about 10 videos from Cambodia. Maybe, you know, between 10 and 15. And then we're back in Vietnam, where I am now. You'll be up to date with me now. I've probably created about 20 videos here. So I'm just going to go back to sharing every day, and it will inevitably catch up. There's a part of me that's like, maybe I share 2 videos a day, and then it catches up within like 2 or 3 weeks. And then it can go back to being much more interactive. But then there's also a fear around the fact that I'm not traveling much. Right now I'm not traveling at all. I'm just living in one place. And I'm currently having a debate about whether to move to Laos because it's quieter. But then there's downsides like the internet isn't as good. The infrastructure isn't as good. So basically what I'm saying is I'm going to have to work a lot harder on this channel to do daily videos. It's going to have to become much more interactive, and it's going to have to become much more current events. Now there's a chance that I might not do Not Today Satan again. I might start valuing this. So I might mix the 2 channels. So basically it's like me walking around wherever I'm living, talking about current events, but also showing where I'm living and kind of mixing the 2. And hopefully it will be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do. But what I'm not going to, like what you're currently watching now, like Vietnam, like bomb, 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 on a bike, this place, is it? No, man. You know, there might be the odd. You know, if I settle somewhere, or when I settle somewhere, because it's, you know, it's happening, I'll probably start taking like 2-week holidays every couple of months and creating like the sort of English refugee content I do now. I don't know what I'm going to do, but all I know is I want to get it back up to present day. I wanted to give you an explanation as to why I've not posted on this channel for 2 weeks. And yeah, if you're interested in what I've been going through the last 2 weeks, the psychology of being banned on YouTube, all that, then I've recorded pretty much every day, and that's all going to be shared on Broken Mirror, at the B Mirror. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the future holds. All I know is one way or another I need to make a living on YouTube. So if I do have to keep traveling, I'll keep traveling. But I think I'm close to breaking through with the Broken Mirror, actually, and being able to earn a living off that. It would be really sad to let Not Today Satan go. But I think it's inevitable that if I keep doing that, I'm going to come a cropper. I'm going to lose it all. Because YouTube can change its guidelines at any minute, and I walk right on the edge, you know? Just like I do in life. Alright, that's an explanation. So I'll probably share this. So the day that I come back today, I'm going to share 2 videos. I'm going to share this one, and then we're going to carry on with the journey and the story. So this one will be first, hopefully get the algorithm going again, and then we'll just be straight back into it, where we left off, which is somewhere between Cat Ba Island and Hoi An, travelling south through Vietnam on a scooter. Mental. I think that's it. Thanks for sticking with it and sticking with me and following my journey And yeah, sorry that it all stopped for 2 weeks. And it was just starting to build up. But, you know, I was starting to get some momentum with this channel and Broken Mirror. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And then, yeah, have I mentioned that yeah, so basically I can't risk getting another strike on Not Today Satan, so I've had to take that channel down. So, you know, it's just so frustrating. Like, you can't build anything, you can't really enjoy it, because you just know at any minute it's all going to come crashing down, which I think is why I need to let go of Not Today Satan, really work on this channel, really work on Broken Mirror, and do this YouTube journey without this fear and genuine reality that it could all just end in any minute. Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame one can't just speak openly and freely, but this is the world we live in, and maybe it's time to start accepting that a little bit. Obviously not conforming, obviously not becoming a fucking NPC pleb that does anything that they tell you to do, but maybe not risking my income and survival because I just want to rebel quite so much.